Hey everyone, Skull902 here, and I am happy to report that after a month of my family being sick, and then like a couple other instances where I wasn't able to see the movie, like we had, fire trucks in the fire department shutting down the theater on the 11th, and then yesterday there was a medical scare. Don't worry, everybody's all right. That almost prevented us from watching the movie altogether. So we had to go to a later showing. We paid 3 times to see this movie once, but I am happy to report that I have finally seen the Super Mario Brothers movie, and my God. If you want my short thoughts, then it was a fun movie and I liked it. But if you want like a few more details, then let me just rattle on off the cuff without any notes or anything beforehand going in, and just enjoy me talking, I guess, if that's something you like listening to. So as far as the story goes, I think it works. It's a simple premise. Mario and Luigi wind up in the Mushroom Kingdom and the surrounding world, and they get separated. Mario's got to find Luigi and enlists Princess Peach for help. And I think that just the writing in general, suits that plot very well. It's nice and lighthearted. It's something that I think that kids and adults can enjoy both. The script was good, lots of fun jokes, and I liked the references to other Nintendo properties that they placed in there. So I thought that it was a nice, clever movie. Uh, you know, not so much that it goes like completely over your head, but if you know, you know, and if you don't know, then you can still enjoy it, like my mom as she was sitting next to me in the theater. And then there's also the characterization, which I thought was pretty spot on. These are different versions of the characters, and I think that the way that they presented them was pretty good. The notable exception, and that's even like it's not much, but like I do have some thoughts about Princess Peach. I do think that it's a positive portrayal, but I do think that. The way that they did her character warrants further discussion, which I think I'll get into the podcast. I do have some mixed feelings, but again, I did come out of the movie having a positive opinion of her and her portrayal. So I know that was a bit of a point of contention, like on Twitter before the movie came out. I don't know so much after, but just thought that it was worth mentioning. Speaking of things that seem to be a discussion on Twitter, I want to talk briefly about the music. I actually liked that they incorporated so much of the game music into the movie because unlike the Sonic movies, where they're trying to be, a little different, this movie is trying to evoke more so of the feelings of the game. Sonic definitely felt like it belongs within the Sonic franchise, but it's quite different in its own way, and it does things in its own style. Mario still does that, but it is trying to be more so like the game. So I think that the decision to make it all animated, for instance, really helps that. And again, I do like them including the music. Whereas in Sonic, I kind of more so expected them to only do like little tiny bits and pieces, like little tiny references to the songs from the games and stuff. So it was cool. It was what I was expecting out of the musical score, which it was all good, all good. There's one tiny criticism that I have, but again, that's saved for like the podcast and stuff because it might potentially be a spoiler if I said it here. I quite liked the animation. The animation was very beautiful, on point. Lots of detail and a nice simple art style still. So even though like the animation's really good and fluid and stuff, the art style I think definitely helped. With that, the first impression wasn't so great. I guess that McDonald's promotional pic. I don't think that they got Mario at a good angle, but like you look at Mario and Luigi, and Peach, Bowser, and so on, and like you know that these are the characters. They only look slightly different. They do look true to themselves. And then we get to the voice acting, and it's different than what we're used to with the games and stuff. But I think that it was pretty good. In particular, of course, the man Jack Black as Bowser, and I also, I wasn't going into the movie expecting this, but I think my second favorite by a narrow margin, because there were a lot of voice actors that I liked their portrayals in there. But I want to give a special mention to Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong. He sounds like a shitpost, and I fucking love it so much. but the actors, they all did a great job as well. And, I think I've covered just about everything here. So, yeah, just one more time, like the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's a charming movie. I quite like it with a good, simple story, a good, simple art style. The portrayals of the characters by the actors, the animation. This movie is a winner. I wouldn't quite say that it's as good as, say, the two Sonic movies, and definitely not up to the level of Detective Pikachu, which I still think is the best video game adaptation that we've gotten. But it is much, 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 much fucking better than the original Super Mario Brothers movie from back in 1993. And if you're a fan of Mario whatsoever, casual or hardcore or otherwise, and you still haven't seen this movie, I absolutely wholeheartedly recommend it. It is a charming movie. It is a fun movie. It is a good movie. It is a great movie. And I think that, you can have a lot of fun watching it and just enjoy it for what it is. So, yeah, those are my spoiler free thoughts. I will try to get a podcast together like I did for both the Sonic movies and have that potentially out like later this month or maybe at the beginning of June. We'll see. But until then, I have been Skull902. Thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day.